Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 6 o'clock on Sunday the 6th of June. Just making my way down to the land, and as always, not quite sure what we're going to get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land. Different morning to yesterday morning. A lot of cloud floating around in the sky this morning. It is actually just like last weekend. Saturday was crazy and hot from the start, even at this time of the morning. Sunday started off very similar to this, cloudy and overcast. And then I got caught out about 10 o'clock because the heat wave came back. So, whilst it's beautiful right now, it's cool without being cold. I'm just wondering, is it going to be the same? I've just seen two pigeons take off from the raised beds there. What are they doing? Decent progress yesterday. I'm hoping that we get a bit more progress today, but in particular I'm hoping we get some bees in that beehive. Whatever we are doing, I'll keep you posted as we go through the day. As usual, first things first, sorting out the chickens. You would honestly think they never got fed the way they run around in the morning, scratching about. They've got a feeder full of layers pellets in the coop, but honestly, you come in the morning and put this corn down and they just go absolutely crazy. You would honestly think they were starving to death. Which they're not. Nice to see them though, pecking around. Right, we've done that. Let's go and check the coop, see what condition that's in. I'm not expecting eggs as we cleared out yesterday, but you never know, they might have had an early start. Yeah, they're back to roosting at this first nest box again. Yeah, a bit of cleaning out to be done. Water's fine, I topped that up yesterday, but I will just top it up again before I leave today. Food is about a quarter full, I think, so that needs topping up. Need a bit of clearing out to do. Nothing. Oh, hang on, there's one egg. One solitary egg. That must have been a late lay yesterday. That's not this morning, it's freezing cold. So yeah, we'll get tidied up in here. To be fair, this floor is lasting a lot longer than I expected it to. I'm guessing that's because I am cleaning out at least every other day during the week and daily at the weekend. But it's nice because these wood shavings are lasting a lot longer than I thought they would do. Anyway, enough talking. They get my little bucket out, get cleaned up, and then we'll get the kettle on. It's nice out here actually. If it would stay like this all day, I could get quite a bit done. I'm thinking about grass. But I suspect it's not going to stay like this all day. It has forecast later on today, high percentage chance of rain. It did that though last night and we didn't have any. So I'm not depending on it, but it would be nice just to get a bit of water into the ground, particularly the raised beds. We can't control it, so we just have to roll with it as and when it comes. Well, good morning. It's Sunday already. The weekend does just fly by. And second day in a row, I don't have my hat and jacket on. It was scorching again yesterday. Proper little heat wave going on, and I was suffering a bit by the end of the day. It's easy to just kind of kick back and sit in the shade, but if you do that, you don't get anything done. So the weekend's been really the only time I have. I needed to crack on, and I do. Yes, I do today also. I've sorted the chickens out. They're all happy. I've got some greenery on the bench there for them to have a little bit later on today. I've just been opening up polytunnel and tractor garage in anticipation of doing a bit of moving around of stuff in the polytunnel, and maybe some grass cutting. It really depends on what happens with the bees, because once they arrive, that'll be it. That'll be the focus of the day, really. So I've pulled out my beekeeping kit. Bit of trepidation there, having not done this before. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm in safe hands with Simon the beekeeper. He does know what he's doing, so it'll be interesting to watch and try and pick up as many tips that I can. So yeah, I'm a bit kind of in a dilemma now as to what to do. I don't really want to launch into something only to stop midway through. So I think first thing this morning I'll be doing some of the little jobs, things that I can instantly stop if I need to without having to worry about picking them up later. And keep an eye on this weather. I fell into this trap last weekend where it was very similar to this. It was pleasant outside, a little bit overcast, no direct sun, and I got all excited with myself thinking I could go and do loads of grass cutting and work outside, and then within a matter of a couple of hours it was burning hot. So I don't know, is it going to do that today or is it not? I guess we'll find out as we go through the day. Anyway, apologies if you were expecting a video first thing Sunday morning. There is one from yesterday, but as usual at the weekend, my internet upload is just shockingly bad. I left it running all the way through the night, and this morning when I got up to come down here, it was still telling me it had 2.5 hours left to run. So there was no way I could sit and wait for it to finish. I needed to get down here and get cracking. So what time it will go out, it's in the lap of the gods, really. It does depend on what happens here. So if I finish early, you'll see it early. If I finish normal time, it's going to be heading towards late afternoon, early evening, before Saturday's video gets loaded up. Apologies for that, but it is where it is. I can't physically do anything about the crappy internet. I'm in the hands of the crappy internet company, unfortunately. Anyway, let me get this coffee down me. I'll go and get some small jobs done while I'm waiting for the bees to come, and I'll keep you posted with whatever it is I do get doing as we go through the day. I've just been having a little bit of a tidy around in the polytunnel. All of those fabric containers with the potatoes, I've moved them all, well, all except for 2, outside, and just lined them up along the polytunnel here. Hopefully, if we start getting some normal weather, these will get watered by the rain rather than me having to panic about coming down. And it also gives them a bit of space to grow. It was getting a bit congested in that polytunnel, and I need some space in there for other things. So I've lined them out alongside the polytunnel. There's enough space there for the last 2 that I planted yesterday. So as soon as they start coming up, I'll do what I've been doing before. I'll bank them up, and eventually once they're full, they can just drop alongside the rest of them here. So that gives me a bit of space. I've moved my tomatoes across so that they're a bit closer to the edge of the polytunnel, give them a bit of a framework to support them. And I've actually popped a couple in there where the cucumbers are. So the idea is tomatoes can go straight up the middle, cucumbers can go up the back, and if they need to, along the edge of the polytunnel there. Everything's looking quite nice. I do need to keep going with these carrots though. I think I'll give it another couple of weeks and do a couple more buckets and then repeat. Just as I've done with the potatoes really. So that's that little job out the way. I keep looking to see what the weather's doing. It actually did start to spit with a little bit of rain, which surprised me because the clouds really aren't that dark. They don't look like it's going to rain, but it did. It just started spitting slightly. So I don't know whether that's a sign of things to come or if it's just a bluff. Anyway, I'll keep cracking on, get a few more bits done. I'm hoping that not before much longer we'll be having the saga of the bees. They say simple things please simple minds. So I must be simple. I've just fired up my little beehive smoker for the first time because I had no clue how it works, but it does. Can you tell I'm getting excited waiting for the bees? Well, the chickens have got the greenery, so they're very happy. They are funny though, they all chase the same piece around. Ah dear. Come on chickens, there's enough there spread around. You don't need to have a fight over it. Well, it's a little bit wet, but it's cutting, so I'm going to have a little press on. It's difficult to know what it's going to do because it spits with rain, stops, starts, stops, but it's not heavy, so I figure I'll get this compost pile filled up with that northern end of the field that's surrounded by the beehive, and I'll not be disturbing those, give them a bit of a chance to settle in. I decided to put a bit of grass cuttings in the chicken coop just to see how they get on with it. A couple of people have suggested doing that, but I don't know if it'll just make a big mess or not. I'm not convinced how much they can eat in a day. Might be wrong. I mean, they are tucking into it. I guess we'll find out. There's bound to be loads of insects in there as well, so I'm sure they'll enjoy those. Simon the Beeman's arrived with a box of bees. So we're just going to pop across and he can let me know what he thinks about where the hive is, and we'll have a bit of a chinwag as to what we're going to be doing. Well, the grass cutting's going quite well actually, even though it was a bit damp with dew this morning. It's drying out. Simon, my bee man's just gone to get his suit out of his car. I've got mine there. We've just been dismantling the hive because the bees that he's brought are in this transport box, and really all you need is the brood box, the bottom box. So I've taken off the the supers, they'll just go and sit in the cabin until we get into summer, and then gradually, one by one, I'll add these supers onto the hive, and hopefully we'll get some honey towards the end of the year. So I'm going to pop my suit on, cross my fingers that we don't have any issues and I don't get stung, and then I'll just pop the camera on the tripod over here, and hopefully you'll see at least something of the process. I don't want to get up too close with it because we'll be working, and I don't want to be in Simon's face with it. The old candle. I'm all alright. Alright, okay. I mean, this is really very hot.
It will be, that's why mesh ones are better.
You have to have a little look and see.
And otherwise you might find your dexterity on your gloves is quite restricted with what you've got there.
Yeah, because they're quite...
So what I do is I use some general purpose foot protectors, like what we use at work, and then put my file over.
Yeah, so you go like the grip.
Now you can get thicker marker on because the bees can go through these. Yeah.
I guess that's why they're electric.
So, yes, they have. So and literally now it's a case of hive tool and just install. When I checked last time, the queen was one on one of the she's on display.
Yeah.
So you might be lucky, you might get the queen straight away. You'll also find that the trophilize will stick close together. So that's very hard to do.
Yeah.
And then you might see him bump me. Obviously I'm trying their home.
Yeah.
Also, honey. Yeah? That's what they're eating. So what I'll do with that honey, as soon as I have it facing outside, I'll face it inside so it's easy to get to.
Yeah.
It's all about not bumping and being gentle.
I was confused to death when I was building these because the supers have got like that cantilevered.
Yes, that's just to space them off so they can go
And then I
down.
got to this and I thought, well, hang on a minute, I'm missing the cantilevers. I didn't realise that it was like a rail. There was a different design.
Well, do you want to get a frame out? Up to you. So, looks like trying to avoid squishing things. Get the height to it.
Yeah, right, that's what notches were. Yeah. You would go down there now, wouldn't you? Get out of it.
You've just got to be a bit patient with them sometimes because they're a bit dumb sometimes. I mean, what you can do with them is once it's the first frame out. Now, if you want to lift that with your hook, and then get your hand under it, it's a bit of a, that's it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you've got it. And then same with that one.
And then am I using the tool to carry it?
You use the tool to carry it, yes. Or if you get a firm grip on the frame, you can hold that with one hand and then you can get your hands free. So you want to have a look at it before you put it in. So obviously nothing there on that. If you look down this side, you've got all this pollen here, yeah? And that's obviously food for all the bees. Yeah. So if queen wasn't on that, you have to give it that to the pollination. You know, cluster you want to make the queen there, the most protected. So if you want to come round here, round the back of it, yeah.
Any particular way?
I would probably, I'd leave it like that, yeah, that'd be fine. And then just obviously, just gently left it in. These help out the rails, so. Dexterity with the gloves, yeah.
So then just
then
slide
just put it
it,
up to that,
but not quite.
the self-spacing, so you can put that up. Yeah, you can put that up.
Follow that.
go down easily.
Yeah. It's complicated.
Yeah.
So any particular way?
So as you put that out, spin round and into it, but have a look at it again.
Just a building bottom of that.
Look at, so yeah. Well the building these for drones, yeah, they're the male ones. But obviously all your brood. And again, if you put that in right, you bring it towards yourself and tip it up. You look just down there.
So where they're capping off?
Where they're capping off, they're going to be ready for going soon. But if you look down here, you've got larvae.
Oh, the white inside, yeah.
And
so they'll put that in and then cap over that?
Well, they'll feed them up first,
yeah.
And then once they're at the age, it's 4 to 7 days, they'll cap them,
Right. Which way around do you want it?
So you want to put that in again, come round and you put it, I mean, you can just put it before it, and then
slide it.
You'll slide it,
Yeah, these gloves are going to have to change.
Yeah, they don't like being bumped. But as you can see at this moment in time, they're not really having a go at you. They're not.
No, they're more interested in what's going on in there.
What's going on in there? You've got it, I'll remove another frame just to make it easier. The last one. Let's have a quick look at it. Cap rolled. And that's actually a nice pattern as well. That's a nice hairy pattern. So, I don't know whether you'll keep food today, but in all honesty, I would be forced to time to time.
Yeah, when you look at these on the frame here, they're far smaller than your normal bumblebee. That way?
That's the way, yeah. Just ease it up to them. Inevitably, you will get a squishing at some point. Usually what happens when you get a squishing is the bees aren't very happy with you and want to sting them.
There's a lot more in.
I've told them to.
There's a lot more in than I thought.
Yeah. Well, this is basically a half colony. That's how they become, when you buy them. So. So I mean, again, you've got even down at the bottom, you've got really small.
There's quite a lot of larvae in there.
Yeah. Many ones. Even like literally, if you look at them there, now you go to see those ones. Bigger ones before you start those.
Is that honey in there?
That's honey, yeah.
It's funny how they have different stuff in different cells.
Yeah. Well, the pollen is to feed the brood.
Yeah.
So they're collecting pollen, and the honey is obviously for them to get the hit. So.
Because they actually build out these little honeycombs off that
Off that foundation,
I wasn't aware of that's what they did. I thought you got that and it was ready for the fill. And I'm looking at it thinking, well, where are they going to put stuff? And then I was looking at different vids and they were saying that the actual first thing they do is start to build out here.
Let them fly in.
Yeah.
Or
Wind them up.
so now all I would probably do with that is I'd leave that open for the next couple of hours.
Yeah. Let them get used to where everything is.
So we can probably put the soundboard on now to get that. Find the way, let them orientate, and away you go.
Scoop of that. So there we go, transfer complete. We'll see how they get on in there. Well, that's the little beehive installed. That transport box has just been left there for a couple of hours for the remaining bees to get used to. That's not their house, the hive is. So I'll just leave that for a couple of hours and let them get settled in, but they all look fairly content, it has to be said. It's all obviously new for them, so they're trying to figure it all out, but they are going in and out, so fingers crossed they'll soon settle in. Well, that's the grass cut. It's been a bit of a chew, to be honest, because it keeps spitting with rain. It'll start, stop, and you don't know whether to keep going or whether to just call it a day. But it's done. I do want to try and run across the entrance to the field as well. There's one final thing. There's always one extra job, isn't there? So I would like to do that. I also need to just keep an eye on the hive, make sure they're all finished in this little transport box, which I think they have now. I think they've figured out where they should be. It's really nice to see all the little bees fluttering around, and there's a surprising amount of them. I wasn't expecting quite so many. We will take a little bit of an in-depth look probably next weekend, so you can see how it looks inside rather than the long distance shots that I've picked up as we were doing the install. But yeah, they're not going anywhere. Anyway, let me get this grass box emptied on the tractor, and then I'll run up to the entrance, do that bit, and then it'll be soon time to start tidying away. I'm conscious I've got that video from yesterday to sort out yet when I get home, so as usual I'm running out of time. Well, that's the entrance way cleared out. That grass was really long. Little Red Tractor's struggled a bit there, to be honest, so it needs to go and have a little bit of a rest. As do I. So I'll get myself back down, get everything sorted out in the cabin, and it'll be time for me to get off. I'll just run around quickly with the watering can. I did some this morning, to be fair, so it's not going to need that much, but they do have to survive until Tuesday night, so I can't neglect it. Carrots are coming on really well now. Very pleased with these. Over the next few weeks I'll just continue with a bit of succession planting. I've got the buckets ready, and hopefully we'll have some decent crops. I'm amazed how much growth these tree potato seeds have put on. Really quite remarkable. I've had another handful of strawberries today as well from the strawberry plants. It's very nice just being able to lean over and pick your fruit. I can't wait for the day that I can do it with the fruit trees. Well, that's it for another day and another weekend. Short but sweet today. Can't believe how quick these lettuces are coming on in the chickens' vegetable garden. I think next weekend we'll be picking those. Not sure how many of the chickens I'll get though. I might be having a salad. Anyway, cabin's all locked up. Polytunnel likewise locked up. Decent progress today with the grass cutting. Just ploughed on through that little bit of spitty rain we had. It is forecast, and looking at the sky, there is some there, but thankfully it's not come down while I've been here, or not very much anyway. Good in two ways. One, I've got the grass cut, which I was wanting to do. It's looking very nice now. And secondly, of course, managed to get the bees in without them getting rained on, because they don't like the rain. Lots of activity around that hive. I will show you that in more detail next weekend. It's been a bit of a rush today, but really nice to get them on the field. Thank you, Simon, for all your help with that, much appreciated. And another couple of months we'll be adding a super box onto the top of the hive, and we'll see if we can get some honey. There is actually a little bit of honey in the brood box, but that's for them, not for me. Anyway, I'm going to leave those to it. I'll get back, get that video published from yesterday, and then I can shower, eat some dinner and get today's video sorted out. So I'll see you all again shortly, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Hope it's been a nice weekend for you, and I'll catch you in the video again next weekend, no doubt. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. Not a bad bit of work in the garden today. Moved those potatoes and tomatoes around. Got a bit of grass cutting, but the highlight was the bees. What do you think about those? Let me know in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.